Constitution 1-3, 8th May 2022. Constitution 1-3, 8th May 2022. Quran, the Constitution for Global Village. Quran, the Constitution for Global Village. Statute 2-4. Statute 2-4. Bismillah. Arrangements for the proper education of the mankind on Quran and Sunnah shall be made all over the world, so that the people do not backslide into ignorance, arrogance, and diabolic practices. Arrangements for the proper education of the mankind on Quran and Sunnah shall be made all over the world, so that the people do not backslide into ignorance, arrogance, and diabolic practices. Religious education shall form part of the syllabi courses from kindergarten to the university levels. Statute 2-5. Statute 2-5. Adherence to the injunctions of Quran and Sunnah would guarantee these to the entire mankind. 1. Enough to eat for every individual in the world, to whatever area, race, or color he may belong to. 2. Shelter for the entire mankind. Shelter for the entire mankind. 3. Clothes for each and every individual in the world. Clothes for each and every individual in the world. 4. Provision of potable water, medical facilities, and education all over the world. Statute 2-6. Statute 2-6. There has been a constant manifold increase in the crime rate in all parts of the world every year, in spite of the modern means of prevention and detection of crimes available with the law enforcing agencies today. Detailed measures stipulated by the Quran to prevent criminal offenses shall be adhered to, and those crossing all limits, bounds, in spite of these, shall be punished as stipulated by Quran. And those crossing all limits, bounds, in spite of these, shall be punished as stipulated by Allah and Quran. Only the Creator knows best to deal with His people. These punishments pertain mainly murder, rape, adultery, fornication, despoliation, that is plundering, robbing, and theft. These punishments pertain mainly murder, rape, adultery, fornication, despoliation, that is plundering, robbing, and theft. Statute 2-7. Statute 2-7. Islamic councils shall be the authority on all matters of the Sharia. No individuals, sections of people, organizations, body or associations, etc., shall have the right to print, publish, project in any manner whatsoever matters of Quran and Sunnah, Sharia, unless they be qualified from the recognized, registered madrasas, religious institutes. There are no freelancers in religion who often mislead the masses. There are no freelancers in religion who often mislead the masses. Every overzealous individual interpreting Quran and Hadith according to his own level of education, understanding, mental frame, orientation, personal likes and inclinations, bent of mind, would have that many Islams and create frictions, rivalries, sects, factions, denominations that will leave the world in confusion, chaos, and strife. As such, it is verboten, forbidden. It is the state's right not to allow people to play with the religion. It is the state's right not to allow people to play with the religion. Free religious courses shall be organized for proper guidance of the people. Attendance would be voluntary. Statute 28. Nizam-e-Zakah for the provision of compulsory alms for the poor, needy, destitute, and Nizam-e-Salah, facilitation of organized prayers in the mosques shall be organized as required by Quran and Sunnah. Zakah and Ushr are inalienable right of the poor. Zakah and Ushr are inalienable right of the poor, especially the widows and orphans. Those who learn and teach the Quran in madrasas are also high on priority. Those who learn and teach the Quran in madrasas are also high on priority. Surah 3:1, Luqman, verse 4 and 5, translation. The ones who establish Salah and give Zakat, and those who are not misty, have full faith in the accountability hereafter, which is reflected by their deeds. These are the extraordinary, convincingly reformed by the Rabb. The ones who thrived most, unlike the skeptical who thought, why should they tear up their home, family, and life in the present in return for a dubious hope of a better life many years down the road? They think they'd be superimposing an alien culture on an existing one. They think they'd be superimposing an alien culture over an existing one. Actual improvements seem impossibly beyond reach to them. To them, actual improvements seem impossibly beyond reach. So they find every reason to hang on to what they have. Whereas their culture and lives are comprehensively, totally unethical, geared to the improvement of the living conditions only, disconcerting, repulsive to the salvation hereafter. And lastly, Statute 2.9. Child care, grooming, bringing up, educating children, and looking after the household, family, forms the most important unit of production and shall be graded as such. Child care, grooming, bringing up, educating children, and looking after the household, family, forms the most important unit of production and shall be graded as such. Housewives are virtual factotums. Those employed to do large number of different jobs, and shall therefore be paid salaries commensurate to their educational qualification and the number of children and mother and father-in-laws they have for caring. and the mother number of children, and the mother and father-in-laws who have to be cared for by them. That's the end for today. Please pray for me. Ex-Brigadier Mustansar Billah.